Everybody, welcome into the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel. I'm Tony Mejia from sportsmemo.com, and we're going to discuss a wonderful matchup in the WNBA tonight as the Indiana Fever host the Phoenix Mercury. Second meeting of three this season between these teams. The only buzzkill is we won't have Diana Taurasi. A lot of people watched the Sunday matchup on June 30th, the first professional meeting between Taurasi and Caitlin Clark. Taurasi, the GOAT. And Clark, the superstar in her own right, heir apparent to the throne as the best women's basketball player alive, at least as a guard, because Asia Wilson's got the overall title. But this is the setting right now is no Taurasi, and the Fever at home as a 2.5 to 3 point underdog, despite winning that game on the Sunday afternoon, June 30th, in a game they trailed at the half, 49 to 38. They utilized a huge third quarter, 29-15 advantage, and then displayed some veteran moxie, which is beyond their years at this point, given that a lot of their players are young and they're just come together this season. And so they won that game, held on for an 88-82 victory. It was the only show in town that Sunday afternoon, so a lot of eyeballs on it. And I'm sure Taurasi is upset that she's missing this game due to a lower leg injury. But the plan is still for her to make the Olympics, set a record there. And I'm sure she will also probably play in the WNBA All-Star game, which is the Olympic team against the WNBA All-Stars. And that'll be the next meeting where we'll be able to see Taurasi and Clark face off against one another. I believe that's July 20th, July 21st, something like that. This total opened at 172. It is now 175.5. So a lot of money coming in on the high side. And that is because the Mercury are on a 3-game win streak despite Taurasi's absence. And they're 3-0 against the number in those games and have eclipsed the century mark, 100 points in one and 103, I believe, in another, in 2 of those matchups. So the Fever come in 2-4 in their last 6 after a record-setting 4-game winning streak, because they hadn't won 4 straight in nearly a decade. But those wins in this 6-game stretch have come against the Mercury in that aforementioned game, and a huge upset of the Liberty last weekend, where Caitlin Clark notched her first triple-double, and the first triple-double in NBA history. And obviously, she made rookie history on that. So Clark betting on a triple-double here, which is very possible considering that in that first matchup, she went for 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 12 assists, is plus 600 at FanDuel. So you can bet on that and make 6 times your investment. They also have a parlay going that pays out plus 481. That's nearly 5 times your investment of her to top 20 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 made threes. And her numbers for that, basically she'd be outperforming them, but only slightly. They've set her points total tonight at 18.5, her assists total at 9.5, her rebound total is actually 6.5, and 3.5 made threes. So expecting a big night out of Caitlin Clark. I'm expecting a big night out of Kahleah Copper. And Copper is the second leading scorer in the W at 23 points per game, but she had a stinker in the first matchup between these teams. Finished with just 7 points on 3 of 15 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3, and she's coming off a fantastic game. The third time this season where she's topped 30 points against the Dallas Wings, so she really gets up for meetings against Arike Ngumbawale, apparently. But she just had a fantastic contest, and she will have the ball more with Diana Taurasi out. So right now, the number for Copper is 24.5. I think she eclipses that again, went for 32 against the Wings. And, this will be a fun matchup for Brittany Griner against Aaliyah Boston. Griner was the star for the Mercury in that first matchup with 24 points and 6 rebounds. Natasha Cloud, who Clark will be up against a lot, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists in that game. Cloud is third in the WNBA in assists at 7.2. Clark is at 7.6. And Connecticut's Alyssa is first on that. She's an Olympian as well. So You got the Mercury coming off a performance where they shot 59% from the field, 9 of 21 from three. And if they don't get to those numbers, sometimes they struggle. They go as copper goes offensively on occasion. So that total going up to 175.5, while I agree with the move, is a little dicey, even though I would lean over, wouldn't talk you off it if you want to go that route. I also lean towards the Mercury getting revenge here, even though this is the Indiana Fever's final home game for over a month. I mean, they go on a road trip after this one to face the Minnesota Lynx and Dallas Wings, and won't be back due to the Olympics until August 16th, where they'll face this same Mercury squad. This is the first of a 5-game roadie for the Mercury that's interrupted by the Olympic break as well. It features stops at Connecticut on Sunday and DC to face the Mystics on Tuesday before they go on break. Micaiah Herbert Harrigan has really stepped up. Rebecca Allen is expected back, and that's a big deal. Even though Taurasi isn't in the mix tonight, that's another body on board. They just had to sign Celeste Taylor, a guard, to a hardship contract because they've got Suggs Sutton out as well. And hat tip to Arizona Central's Jeff Metcalf, veteran sports writer out there. Phoenix is 6-3 at full strength and just 6-7 with one or more starters out. But again, I think they get the job done tonight, and because they're streaking, and the Fever come off a disappointing game against the Mystics. Lost 89-84 despite 29 points, 5 rebounds, 13 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks from Caitlin Clark. Just a fantastic performance for her. Her fourth quarter was reminiscent of what she's done at Iowa. But again, they dug themselves a huge hole, not being ready to play, despite the fact that Lexi Hull joined the starting lineup and played really well in that fourth quarter. She struggled early, and they trailed 51-37 at the break. Too many turnovers, 21 to be exact. They got beat to loose balls. So I think that the effort level will be there tonight. But I also think Nate Tibbetts, a former NBA assistant, great pedigree as a coach, he's got to be upset that Christy Sides and the Fever got the better of him in Phoenix in this first matchup. So it's a revenge game for him as well. So leans to the Mercury and the over here. Again, wish we would have gotten on the better number. And the official play for the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel is the over on Kalia Copper points at 24.5. Do what you like with Caitlin Clark. I do think she'll have a big game, and I would give my blessing to a plus 600 triple-double. Make sure you smash that like button for me and are tuned into Wager Talk TV for all our programming across all sports. And follow me on Twitter at Mejia Dinero and my sports memo page at sm.buzz/TDM for all my package information and more free plays. We've got a great deal going on at Sports Memo. You get 30 days of all access for under $6 a day, so check that out. I'm Tony Mejia from Sports Memo. Thanks for watching.